2, 1, 0, ignition. Four, three, two, ignition.
Hello everyone and welcome. Welcome. Just waiting to hear from Dave C that we will be starting the match. I know both JDG and Dave C both double booked matches, so they're starting a little bit later than they had initially wanted, but that'll be okay. We'll get that figured out and get in here. But well, before we get started, I'll just give a quick preview of Dave C's decks and we can go from there. I'll get the music started here. See if I can navigate all these tabs. Oh, hey Sam. How are you doing? Good but tired? Yeah, that's fair, good but tired. At least you've had the day off today. That's really nice. How have your league games been going? Playing ARAM? Nice. That's what you like to see. I know it's been a busy day for work, trying to get everything, stuff for my masters all lined up and sort of ironed out before I head down to the US in a few weeks, so it's been busy. Turn that on so you can see my face. Is that desired? Haven't lost an ARAM yet. That is very impressive. 100% win rate on ARAMs? What champ? Any interesting champ? Any interesting ARAM champs today? Can't talk. Got a Kha'Zix, Ivern, Warwick, and Karthus. I feel like I feel like Ivern is not exactly what you're looking for when you're thinking of ARAM picks. Could be wrong. But Karthus, Kha'Zix, and Warwick sound pretty fun for ARAM though. There we go. So these will be Dave C's decks from 1/835. That's crazy. That is, Daisy is definitely doing some pretty good work there. So there we go. So this is we'll group these. New functionality. These are JDGs. That's awesome. Make sure the music volume, background music volume is okay. Yeah, sounds alright. Sounds alright. So, for JDG's lineup, they've got Chandra, the Probably Complex. Maybe possibly a good adaptive deck with that name. Legacy Igor, though, is really cool. Some possible R here with Animator. Some extra E. Oh, a Quixelstone deck. That's interesting. And only 12 creatures. This looks like a pretty decent Quixelstone deck. Very cool. And then there's Aslan, the Sav Architect Kimball. And so again, these are JDG's decks from the regular, from like the group stages, weeks 4 to 6. I don't know if they changed them from week 1 to 3 or week 4 to 6, which they're allowed to do. However, this was these might not be the decks they bring today, as in the playoffs you are allowed to change out your lineup completely, and they're not registered, so you give them to the opponent before the match. So it's your opponent gets less time to prepare. Theoretically, just depending on how if you do decide to pull those out. And this is a AOA, an 83 SAS AOA, which is crazy. With double brig, silver key amp. That's gonna be important. Ortanu, which is really cool. 37E. My God. Oh, I guess 37E does make sense on a double brig deck. That would inflate the expected amber by a fair bit. Not a ton of so I guess ZYX Researcher is what you're probably gonna be using to archive the graphs, in the Brand Ruptures. But I only got one of them. Hexpan won't do it. Memory chip will do it though. So if you're going into logos, but you don't have a board, so kind of hard there. Too much to protect. Wow, this deck just hates rush decks. That's crazy. Yeah. So very high action decks, both of these. And then we also have the Scaremonger that magnifies nerds. Oh, what a name. Damn, that is a name. Zenzi, a Maverick, a Harbinger of Doom, and Star Alliance. That's really cool. So this is a very creature-heavy deck. It's very different from the other two. Still an 85. So what do we have? We have an 80 at Mass Mutations, 80 AOA, 83 AOA, and an 85 Worlds Collide. So 3 Wormhole Technicians, Igor, Drogoggle, Daughter, Thorium Plasmate, Pulsatron, Bolt, and Information Exchange. It's pretty interesting logos. The Zenzi Zenik is really interesting. Two-Com Officer Kirby's Stealth Mode, Metakingram, the Archon's Universal Translator is really good. Calpigeon Ideal is really cool. Auto Legionary is interesting. Golden Spiral. It's nothing crazy in the Saurian, but with the Golden Spiral and the Pterodactyl, Saurus and Shurians and stuff, the Cow Pigeon Ideal gets pretty interesting. I'm not super sure where you want to be putting the Cow Pigeon, stacking all the, maybe the Pterodactyl. Stacking those upgrades in the Pterodactyl, maybe. And there's no real good way of killing the Harbinger of Doom, right? No. And I don't see anything crazy with the reassembling automaton. Just looks like a solid deck. This might just be a bit overrated though. I feel like this really starts to get gummed up against hard C. Because it doesn't have a lot of expected amber, and I don't see, besides the reaping, right? It doesn't have a lot of boards, doesn't have, it still has, it has, you know, 9 actions, 9 pips, so you're doing pretty well. So I feel like the Scaremonger might just be Dave's Archon pick, if this is the lineup he goes with. Maybe. And I know Dave's deck somewhat. And I'm telling you, this is all public information on the Swindle Team Events sheet, on the Excel spreadsheet. Dave's decks do all look... Oh, yawning. Dave's decks do all look very interesting all around. I guess I'll just check the Crucible and make sure they did not playing without me. Nope. That's good news. And then for Dave's decks. Okay, so we just got word from Dave. They're just doing bands now. Perfect. So JDG did go with the same decks, so it is the ones from the sheet. And once we get once their bans are done, and we get that information from them, we'll get into the game. There we go. Hello, Red Panda. How are you doing? We were just going over some of the decks and going through. I did actually see your comment on the YouTube on Algernoner's game from yesterday. That was certainly a good point. There we go. We've got the match. So we'll pull that up. I won't say that. Won't distract them. We are just here to spectate. Yeah, this might give you some insight if someone gets through. Yeah, I think it would have delayed their check a little bit. It could have. But this Swindle Team Events has been very interesting. And so for the ban order, the deck order they're going to be playing the decks in, it'll be Chandra, Aslan, Scaremonger, and then JDG did Prowler, Mongoose, and Spelunker for Archon Reversal Adaptive. So right now it's Chandra versus Prowler. So Dave C went first. Went for the Terror, turn 1. Really charette. We've got an Exile. Play just for the Amber Pip. Then comes down Perfectus Ludo and a Spoils of Batter for JDG. Chanted Hubris to move that onto the Terror. And then, yep, gets Ancient Power. Yeah, to ward the Ludo. Oh, that's... Yeah, so then Dave C plays Urchin to steal an Amber, 2 Dodgers, and Oubliette's their own Urchin. Very interesting. So bouncing Death Quirk. Dave C, a very good player, knows their decks very well, and the choosing to purge the Urchin there is very interesting. Gotta loot the bodies, sound the horns. Then sound the horns discards Ember Imp, Speed Citadel, and Smash. Dave took Smash into their hand, plays Gauntlet Command, plays Heap the Huge, and Smash to stun the Munchling. So the Quixel Stone comes out. There was the transporter platform. Oh, it's Jason. Very nice. Jason of the NKFL. They're on the NKFL podcast. So then got Dave playing the Dominator Bauble, going back into Dis, playing plays Lash of Broken Dreams. Okay, interesting. And yeah, control Luik to force them into the Star Alliance. So JDG's off to a pretty fast start here, with a Keyforge and 4 Amber up. Banner of Battle. Very interesting. Igor. It's interesting to see what they do end up taking into their hand. The animator platform, the transporter platform, that is nasty. Didn't even see that. Wow. But here, Dave will be able to forge. So Dave is certainly still in the race. They lash them here. Control the weak. Control the weak, then back into Star Alliance. Yep. Very interesting. Oh, thanks for the follow, Red Panda. Appreciate that. And while Dave is thinking here... Oh, Dave goes back into Brobnar. Discards Troll and Heap the Huge. Falder. Yeah. Gauntlet commands the Reap out. Okay, got Saurian. Feels like possibly Dave was looking to get as many creatures on their board as early as possible to get around the Quixelstone coming down early. The Quixelstone came down pretty soon, which is unfortunate for Dave. Because their Coda deck, while I think, I can just go back into here, but Prowler does have 19 creatures and only 7 actions. So this is certainly a bad matchup. And Forest Capture deck coming down is very interesting. That's fair, Red Panda. Yeah, I'll upload this to the YouTube channel for sure. I think this will be some interesting games. Dave plays Keyhammer. Now that is interesting. Keyhammer and then Lashed. That is very, very interesting. I'll see you around, Red Panda, and thanks for stopping in. And yeah, thank you for pointing out the flash freeze on that one turn. I was so, especially with Echo Pearl and Figure Effect Rod already down. If I'm using the flash freeze in an unfathomable turn, anyways, it's overkill. Because it'd just be 1 to 2 extra. Dacey's just saying his ping is through the roof. He might be playing a little bit slower. And that's just, 1 to 2, That's interesting. Exhausts, and especially down to so little. So I think, and that could have let Bobith just have just enough time to get the 1 turn back to actually win there. So no, that was a good point. JDG is just thinking, and Dave cleared the board with Hebe to just crash the Hebe into the Quintina to get that Amber back. And without, now they do have a Captura out. They're only allowed to play 1 creature, or maybe 2 creatures. But those capture icons, any of the enhancement icons can become capture icons with the Sim 4 out. Okay, that's interesting. So JDG can't play any animator out the Camtura. Interesting. Forge compiler is interesting too. So I have to see how that goes down. Eclectic inquiry. So I imagine Dave will go back into Dis here to get the Screaming Cave, possibly the Lash in the Library of the Damned. Shadows, interesting. Get themselves into check, depending on what they have. And it makes sense in the Quixelstone matchup for Dave to be purging their creatures. Oh, very interesting. Magnet of the Rat with a Dusk Runner and a Silent Dagger. Okay, there goes the Quintrino Flux. Discarding all the creatures. No creatures to ward with the Forge compiler. Control the weak, put them back into Star Alliance. Yep. Makes sense. Plays Tentacus. Oh, that's awesome. The Tentacus here is really good. They Lash, Library of the Damned, Screaming Cave. That's awesome. Blasting Shield, gain the Amber. Yep, can't do much. Just went into Star Alliance. Don't imagine they have much Star Alliance left. Library of the Damned to get creatures out. And Screaming Cave back in. But now they do choose Logos. They will gain an Amber from at least the reaping of one of the animated ones. Or perhaps they animate the transport platform. Position research is interesting. That definitely hurts Dave. Another opposition research. God, that one is enhanced. Ooh, and they Bouncing Death Core, animated and Bouncing Death Core to their Lash. So, depending on what Dave drew from the mulliganed hand off the Screaming Cave, because could very well be a, like this probably will be a GG. Have to double check what Parlor has, but that was a really rough play. Yep, so it's game one. Game one going over to JDG. Yep, so now it's on to reversal. So we'll leave that game. I'm going to wait for the link to come through. Yeah, see if they were expecting the Prowler chosen first. because it could have been Prowler, Mongoose. It's a very interesting game. Unfortunately, Dave goes down. Yep. Yeah. So in reversal, it'll be the Rebellious Mongoose and Aslan. Let's see if we can just pull this up. There we go, they have the game room made. We're into here. Dave says whole ass teams in here. Yeah, it's a long spectator list. So I'll wait for this match to get in. So Dave technically gets to choose here. They may have decided that off, or I know Dave is also a fan of just letting it be random decision for the games anyways. So we'll see what comes out here. So JDG starts and plays Molfen. Pretty decent start. And this Dave is playing Aslan. Yeah. Grok, Caffeine. Pretty interesting start. Send a message. So we got Force. Who do we have here? We got Quickdraw, Nowinstereo, the captain, and myself. So I got the whole teams are here. Let's go JDG. Well, this is not an unbiased unbiased chat Quickdraw. So the it will be tolerated but not supported. So there goes Dave's Too Much to Protect. Probably not nearly as relevant in a double brig deck, as there are lots of forms of scaling amber control. And Dave's, this is Mongoose. Yeah, this is Mongoose. Now I'm interested to see how much testing you guys did, Curia Saurus, for the decks that you picked. I know both JDG and Dave went with the same lineups from the regular season. I know I have as well. So it'll be very interesting to see how this all goes. Okay, Punctuated Equilibrium comes out. JDG asks for some time. The Bone Rot Venom on the Buzzle, very interesting and very fortunate timing for Dave on that. Okay, both Punctual Equilibriums come out. That's pretty damn good. Harmonia, maybe not quite as good, but Ghost Hawk here to reap with the Buzzle once. Purge the Tentadlin. No purging. Okay, that's interesting. I guess it doesn't matter, right? You don't need to purge there because it's not like it's their active turn anyways. Ember Imp, Yerk, discard Umbra, Silver Key Imp. Ain't getting that second key, that's for sure. Not finished with you. I wonder if they're bringing anything in, like Umbra or whatnot. Just Dust Imp. Very interesting. So Soul Fiddle comes down, 2 double Soul Fiddle, plays Infernus, and chooses opponents. Got it. I know Dave, and they purged the 2 graphs. I'm not so certain Dave is super worried about losing the graphs here. It is obviously a double brig deck. But I know Mongoose has been one of Dave's most played decks, and is certainly one of his favorites for Adaptive. So I don't know how upset he truly is to see the Infernus is gone. Too much protects him, Miasma are down. Okay, there's one Binary Rupture. And that's both Infernuses gone. So I think Dave has a strategy here that does not involve the brig. Seems like they're going to be trying to do something else against Mongoose. Grouping fight Ember Imp with Molefin and then fight with Tentadlin. Oh, Piranha Monkey. Gotcha. Archives Tutana's Binding, which is fine for Dave. those off turns and gets it into the discard. Perhaps choosing Dishere's Active House does hurt that with that as a discard. Okay, there goes 3 Fates. There's Artanu. There's the Dust Imp. Dust Imp plus... yeah, Dust Imp plus Artana's Binding is really nice. Does seem like pretty hot untamed rolls there from JDG. And while you're here, just want to say quick congratulations to Curia Saurus to also making it to top 4 through this tournament. It's really impressive. And I know all three of them are very good players. Quickdraw and Nowinstereo I know from the Kagi Adaptive League, which I should be the one talking to. This is a huge Brobnar turn, but talking to Fighting Walloon, I'm pretty sure I'll be the one taking over the Kagi League as he's stepping down, so it won't have to go on hiatus. So Dave here is going for Nerve Blast, stealing that Amber. Molfin does deal damage, so okay, Nerve Blast again, and then we've got Bullet Eye, right? Yeah, got Bullet Eye. Both for the sake of content and for the sake of my teammate, I do hope this goes to 3 games. That's pretty interesting. Evil Eye. So they do have an information exchange. Seems like pretty rough hands in comparison. Too bad we couldn't have gone to a game 3. Well, good job to Curia Saurus for taking that first game. Now it is up to Jason and I. I will... Yep, there goes Dave. Hopefully I can take it versus Nowinstereo, and hopefully Jason can beat you, Quickdraw. So, that was an interesting game. Sadly, a 2-0. GG indeed. Yeah, it was... it comes down to us. Rip indeed. It's okay. It's a best 2 out of 3. Dave is certainly someone that has... is a very good player and has a good track record. But with his loss, I'm sure we can take down Nowinstereo and Quickdraw. I have every confidence in Jason and every confidence in myself. So we'll see how that goes when Nowinstereo I schedule my game, and when Jason gets to play theirs. I do plan on hopefully streaming Jason's game. Well, I will stream my game. I do hope to stream Jason's game as well. And we'll see how that goes. Hopefully there is indeed a 3-game or a 3-match series between our teams. However, if it isn't, I know I'm personally, and Dave and Jason are all very proud to get to top 4 of the Swindle Team Events, especially coming in at almost bubbling. We just came in at 10th, so fighting our way through the wildcard round and then the top 8 to get here, we are all very happy with, very pleased with. So I think that'll be it for me. I will be signing off, and thank you so much everyone for coming out. Thank you for watching. Hopefully the games are enjoyable, and thank you Red Panda for the follow. Really appreciate that. And good luck, but not too much good luck, to Quickdraw, Nowinstereo, and the rest in your other games against us. I'm glad your Wi-Fi held out, Red Panda. Hopefully you can catch the Game 3 as or Game 1 and Game 3s and everything, and on YouTube. It should be good. Actually, there isn't a Game 3. What am I saying? It's optimistic. Hopefully you can catch those on YouTube. So thanks so much, everyone. Thanks for coming out, and I will see everyone later.